Okay, so at the end of the last video, I said I was £53.72p in profit, but I failed to mention that everything you see here is actually paid for. I've got 12 boxes of 6 coasters in each of round slate coasters, 3 boxes of 12 in each of square slate coasters. There's 3 boxes of marble coasters with 6 in each. There's the platter. There's these serving platters that I haven't even talked about yet. There's 5 or 6 of these chopping boards. There's the pizza pills. There's, what else is there? We've even got the oil that's paid for, and not forgetting the drying rack for when I do the cutting boards. It's all paid for. So taking into account everything else that's already been paid for, there's probably about another 140 odd pounds worth of stock here that I haven't even included in that total. So with that all said, let's get to making our first products of the video. So first products we need to make in this video are some more slate coasters. Someone at work asked me if I could make him a set of the new definitive coins released by the Royal Mint later this year, so that he can give these to his wife for a Christmas present. I think the coins look quite good, so let's see how they come out. Okay, so it's several days later now since I produced those coasters. Unfortunately, real world jobs get in the way of doing all these fun things. Anyway, the guy that wanted the coasters also wants a chopping board. So I've got a brand new chopping board here. He has sent me the picture that he wants put on there. I just have to put a little slogan on there, so not too much work. So let's get on with that. Okay, so the cutting board has come out great, and whilst that's drying after applying a coat of food grade mineral oil to it, I'm finally going to crack on with this slate platter. Now, I was literally just about to pull the trigger on some extension arms for the xTool D1, but then I had an email from another laser engraving company. Now, I just want to put it out there, when you make these type of videos, you do get lots of emails, and I've probably had an email from every laser engraving company out there offering me a laser engraver, and I have said no to all of them apart from this one. And the reason I said yes to this one is because this one offers something completely different to what the xTool D1 Pro offers. Not only that, it got me thinking, if I'm telling you the xTool is great, fantastic, you know, absolutely love using it, how can I give you an honest opinion if I've never tried anything out there that competes with it? So the new laser engraver in question that I said yes to is the Neige something Max 4. Now there's multiple reasons why I've decided to take this one on, and all will be revealed when I do a future video on this laser engraver. But for now, like I said, I'm going to use it to do this slate platter. Okay, so for those of you that don't remember or haven't watched the other videos, guy at work asked me to make 6 slate coasters and 6 placemats with his 6 most favourite cars on. We were going to do the same design on this, however we opted to change it, or he opted to change it to a slightly different design, so it was an extra talking point. And what he's gone for is this. I think the lights coming off it. So this is fully waxed and buffed up, and this is a finished product. I actually think it looks really, really good. I'll take some better photos, but I'm really happy with that. The laser performed really well. It did take a little bit to dial in, but you can see it's come out with some great results. Okay, so we're at the next day again now, because I've had to wait for the cutting board to dry. However, this is the finished product. Turned out well. It's buffed up really nice. It took the food grade mineral oil really well. It feels really smooth, and it came out really, really nice. I'm happy with that. So I don't know if you noticed in the video, you might have seen it did engrave a little square around here, and that's because that was the when I do the design, I put the handle in so I know that the image isn't going to go over it. Forgot to turn that off, but it's alright because it's at maximum speed on the lowest engraving setting, so it merely just burnt the surface, a little bit of normal sanding, and it just went. So there we go. Right, so next up I have bought a piece of 5mm acrylic. Now don't ask me why this was a good idea, but bear with me. So I'm thinking to myself, 5mm acrylic, what can you use it for? One of the ideas I come up with was for using it for templates. Now I know the xTool 20-watt laser will cut through acrylic. The problem is I don't know if it will cut through this thick acrylic. Now it has to be coloured acrylic because the laser would just go straight through and it can't take a measurement of its depth on clear acrylic. So hence why I've got the black. So my idea is to make a few router bolt templates. Wish me luck. So when I started to do this, it actually started to rain, so this is the only filming I managed to get. Okay, so here's my first attempt. So I know you can see what design I've come up with in the end. However, I did an engraving pass, and you can see that it's melted it quite a bit here. This is the different speeds and power settings. And this is a cut pass, and you can see it started to melt a little bit on these ones at a speed of 20mm per second. So what I did to cut the final shape out was I went at 90% power, and I went at 26mm per second. This is what I cut out. And to be fair, it's done quite a reasonable job. Now, I think I did it in 7 passes at that speed and power. And I must reiterate that I am doing this outside. It's a well-ventilated area. It does kick off some, quite a bit of smoke and smells. So if you do anything like this, make sure you do it outside. But this has come out all right. It's left a little bit of a rough edge where it's sort of melted the plastic on the edges here. But overall, I'm quite happy. The sides, the edges that it's actually cut are actually nice and smooth, and I'm more than happy to use that as a router template. However, in the post, this arrived this morning. So this is the xTool D1 Pro 40-watt laser module kit. There is a bit of disassembly to do to fit this kit, such as the gantry bar. And also you have to replace the circuit board that comes with the kit. Once I'd done all that and got it installed, I set about doing my test cut files on the piece of acrylic. Okay, so with the 40-watt laser fitted, I've used this Christmas tree offcut, I guess you could call it. I've done another cut test. So this is at 10mm per second and 100% power, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it has cut quite deep, but it has also melted it quite a bit. So I used one of these settings on here. I've written it down, I can't remember off the top of my head, and I cut out a different design. So I've cut out a paw print, and again this has come out really, really well. The sides, I'd be more than happy to use that as a router template, but you can just see here on the top where it's melted it a little bit. It's just a little bit too rough to sell as a premium product, which is a shame, because I think these would have sold well. You could have done animal prints, you could have done all sorts of different shapes, leaves, You know, you name it, you could do anything. So unfortunately, I'm going to shelve this project because I think it is more suited to a CO2 laser than a diode laser at this minute in time. But whilst I still had the project open on the xTool creative software, did go ahead and make one out of MDF, and again, you know, it's perfectly usable, but to me, I would want to sell a, you know, high quality product, a real good quality product, and I don't think that MDF would come across as that. I mean, you could, you know, you could make several different paw prints, cat, fox, bear, something like that, maybe sell it as a pack, but I think the plastic ones or the plexiglass would actually sell better and come across as a more premium product. Anyway, I'm going to make you a bolt using the router and the pillar drill just to show you what they come out like. Okay, so me from the future. The reason this video has taken so long to get edited and released is mainly because my pillar drill has broke. The return spring no longer works and it's a little bit dangerous to use it without it working. I have been trying to source a spare part because it seemed pointless to replace the whole drill press just for a broken spring, but hopefully I can find a replacement, and in a future video I can show you how to make some proper bowls using the templates. It's getting cold out there now. Right, today is the 29th of November, so I thought we'd talk about the Etsy page, and as of yet I've still not made any Etsy sales. That is proper listed sales. I have had 2 people reach out to me via Etsy message. One guy was from Norway and he wanted his local football club badge put onto some slate coasters, and the other one was from a lady who wanted the Newcastle United badge in its various forms put onto slate coasters as well. This is what the 2 look like. I think they come out quite well. Now, one good thing using slate coasters is if you do go wrong with them, you can simply sand off the design or the image that you've mucked up on the coaster and start all over again. So as soon as you finish sanding it, you are left with a slightly lighter grey coaster than what you started with, but as soon as you put a finish on it, it goes back to the dark slate colour. And this is one of the reasons why I went for these really smooth finished coasters, because if they were the textured ones, once you've sanded them, they wouldn't look right, whereas these ones you wouldn't know. You can't do this with the wooden ones because it just takes off too much material and you're left with a wafer at the end of it. So I'm going to completely go away from wooden coasters unless someone really wants them and stick with slate. Me again. So xTool wanted me to tell you that they're running a trade-in campaign from January the 20th till February the 6th. This will feature many discounts across many of their product ranges, and it also gives you the chance, if you want the new S1 laser engraver, to trade in your old machine and get a discount off of the price of a new S1. So if this is of interest to you, I have put links below in the description box. Okay, so whilst we're on the subject of slate, I'm going to do a little Christmas present for my niece. Now, thinking about it, if I include it in this video, it means I can't publish a video till after Christmas because she'll see what I've made her. Apologies for that. So, what I've got is one of these serving platters. This slate insert in the middle comes out and you can just use it as a normal serving board. Or you can put this one on, you know, get some people around some nice cheese or charcuterie or, I don't know, peanut butter sandwiches, something like that. Anyway, let's get engraving the slate. Me again. So I've just had a thought whilst I'm out here tinkering about. I'm going to make a pizza pill for my sister. It's just popped into my head. Not actually done any engraving of photos or pictures of people or animals yet. So what I'm thinking is, she's got 4 dogs. I've got a pizza pill. Let's give it a go. Okay, so with those last 2 products made, that is the end of this 3-month trial. Now I know I didn't make those last 2 products to sell, but definitely from what I've seen, pet related items sell extremely well, and stuff with family names on is a big hit as well. These last 3 months making the things that I have and producing the things I have, I've really enjoyed it. If you don't have a laser engraver and you're thinking of getting one, I highly recommend it. It's a absolutely really fantastic, enjoyable hobby, hopefully a side hustle if that's the way you want to take it. But anyway, you lot want to know the final figures. So over the course of the last 3 months I made 133 items. Now to produce, design and make all those products, the amount of hours I put in was 34 hours. And after all the costs are taken out of it, the final profit I'm left with is £242.42p. That's without all the items I have in stock. So I don't personally think that is too bad. The last month I definitely haven't put the time into it that I had the previous 2 months because of work and other commitments. And at the end of the day, all the things that I've produced have been a learning experience. I definitely think if you want to go ahead with this as a side hustle, you do need to be in your own niche and not just produce the general sort of things that I did, because hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, do produce those items already. Now don't forget to check out the xTool recycling exchange program that they have running. As always, links in the description box below, and I will see you in the next one.